Hello and good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today on a new episode of the Wildcat Way Show. I am Kari Eve. As you know, the Wildcat Way Show is a YouTube channel and podcast that reflects our motto of living the Wildcat Way with pride, respect, class, and character. And today we have a man who exemplifies all of those qualities both on and off the soccer field. Thank you so much, Drew Gallant, for being here. You are our head men's soccer coach here at Pearl River Community College. I really appreciate you taking the time to be here with us today.
Glad to be here.
Now, you just finished your season, which is really strange to say that in June, that you're just finishing your season. How has that been difficult, and how did you overcome that challenge of a COVID season?
It's definitely different, especially for us in soccer, because we normally play our season in the fall, so now we've got our players throughout the whole year, and calling Coach Avalon and Coach Meeks and asking how they kind of do things throughout the whole year with their players. And it really gave us a chance to spend more time with our players than we normally have. We're able to practice more and prepare them for the season, and it took a toll on them. I think we are very hard on our boys, on our guys. We expect a lot from them, and we lost a few players along the way, but it kind of weeded out the I don't want to say the weaker ones, but that's exactly what it did. But it brought the team together more, gives us more of a family of what we're looking for, and they know what to expect going into next season now.
Now, speaking of next season, that literally starts
August 1st. We start preseason August 1st, so we get a short 2-month break, and all of my guys will play throughout the summer, all of our returning players. We're returning we pretty much started 9 freshmen every game. We only had 2 sophomores that started regularly, so we've got a good returning group.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But they also got fair warning that the freshman class coming in is better than them. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, our next group's very talented. We're really excited about them. But one of the things we run into with them is it's not just talent with us, it's all the other things that go along with it. We do talk about our core values. Our foundation is built on Dr. Beerwood's pride, respect, class, and character. That's the foundation for our team, and our 3 pillars to success are player, competition, and team.
Oh, great.
And how each of those core values fit into our pillars of success. And if you don't meet those, you probably will not be on our team very long.
Yeah.
Because you take care of yourself, or we'll take care of it and make sure you're not there. But most of the players buy into it, but we kind of warn the guys ahead of time before they come here. Pearl River's not the place for everybody.
Right.
It's not, especially on the soccer team. There are lots of other options out there for other programs. The programs that do a good job, they do things different than we do. And that kind of throws people off when they get here and we don't talk about winning. I think winning takes care of itself. When we talk about those 3 pillars, if we make sure we're taking care of those things, the winning will take care of itself.
Now, speaking of winning, you have been consistently winning throughout this past several years. 1 state 4 years ago, South Division 2 previous years. You made it to the region tournament this year. Why have you been able to be so successful, do you think?
Well, talent's been a big part of it, but I think a few years ago, I sat down with my assistant at the time and I was like, I'm not happy where we are as a program with the other things going on. Our kids have always had good grades, they've always gone on to 4-year schools, but we're not doing a good enough job of helping these guys graduating high school into growing into young men. And so we, at that point, started to focus more on the intangibles and the other aspects of the game of soccer instead of just going out and practicing and training, and getting all that. And it is different for us because there's other ways we could probably do some things in games that would help us win more. But we're not going to do those type things. Just certain styles and tactics that certain coaches, some other coaches choose to use that we don't. Because I'm also, we have a lot of things that we tell the boys, and one of them is there are no shortcuts.
Right.
There are shortcuts all on the field, off the field, but we're not going to take any shortcuts. We're not going to do things just the easy way, because that's not going to prepare us for the real world. Another one of the things we like to tell the guys all the time is there are no excuses. Excuses are lies. So there should be no excuses, whether it's field conditions, the officials, there's never an excuse. We lost in the conference final, we lost because the team was better than us. There's no excuses.
Right.
So we kind of stay on the boys about this.
Yeah, but you're really molding them more so just players as young men.
Yeah, after we won the championship, in which we're here to win, you kind of take a step back and look at, we're winning college soccer championships.
Yeah.
Like what is the real meaning of being here?
Sure.
Is it just a win, or is there something more to it? And if it's just a win, I don't want to be a part of it. Like, I want this to be a place where, because I have children of my own. My oldest is 16. My youngest is
just
she's
a little
15
baby.
months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where do I want my kids to go? Because I understand what sports is really about. And it's not, you know, I have a big thing where I work with a youth club also, where it's not about, you know, parents come out, they yell, they scream, and all, and I'm like, we don't want that. We want them to come. We want them to learn to compete. We want them to learn what it means to be a teammate. All these other things that go along with sports, and I think it's still the same thing in college. We just happen to do all those things and win at the same time.
Yeah,
and
well, I mean,
it just kind of looks good for us.
Exactly. That's an awesome way to go about it as well, though. You're really helping to cultivate their lifestyle both on and off the field.
But I also think it all relates. Like, if I can't depend on a player off the field, I know I can't depend on him when the going gets tough in a game.
Right.
And I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen for me as a coach. I've seen it happen when I played, when I had certain players, I knew I couldn't depend on them. But as a coach, when I know I can't depend on you off the field, how could I ever expect you to have all the pressure playing in a final and dealing with those things?
Now, talk a little bit about, you came to school here. What is it like coming back here to now serve as the head soccer coach?
I did come to school here. I played for our great president, Dr. Brewerwood. Say that. People still don't know that Dr. Brewerwood was a soccer coach.
Played baseball here, then became the soccer coach.
It worked out great for me.
Yeah.
And then getting the job it's just been amazing to come back. It's just finished my 5th season. Hopefully that keeps rolling along. I'm happy with where we are.
Absolutely,
and Coach Fletcher, our athletic director, has been great. He's been a tremendous help for me, and our players too. I know he's always there. I can pick up the phone, call him anytime, but it's people talk about schools being families. It is a family here.
Yeah.
I've worked at 2 other junior colleges. There is a difference of being at Pearl River, and I think that all starts with Dr. Brewerwood at the top, though.
Yeah.
Is that person leading us from the front makes a huge difference.
And I like that you talked about the family. I'm coming from the outside. I've been here 2 years, and I instantly fell in love with what I saw here on campus. I mean, I literally 2 days ago saw you and your wife taking a little walk with your daughter across campus, and all the coaches are so really lucky and blessed to be able to live here and be one family together.
It's amazing because the hours that we work. I mean, we and I talk about how much we work our guys. We train twice a day. We have weights every day on top of training. I have team meetings. I think my assistants probably hate me at times because I'm just like go. And I have to remind myself to like step back and take some time away and give them some time away. But it's nice because, you know, we may only have a couple hours in the afternoon, but we can go home and see our families that are here. And then you can get out and have your families. You know, they may be with us. They're right there, not on our sideline, but they're across the field from us. You can see them after the game.
Yeah.
There's been times where they come in the office while we're at work, and I talk to friends who work big Division I jobs, top 25 guys, and they're so jealous of being able to do those things. They never see their families because they live 30 minutes away. They can't bring their kids into the office, and we can do all those things and still be successful and achieve our goals at the end of the day. So it is, and it's not just. And, you know, I'm talking about my personal family, having them here on campus, but my team is my family too.
Absolutely.
Caitlin, my wife, she's amazing. She cooks for the team. Like, we would have made, you know, cafeteria was closed. I couldn't have made it without her. Like, cooking for the team all the time, taking care of the boys. Like, anything I need, I can call her. And she works a full-time job too. She's a school teacher, but she's still there to help. And it is one big family. And people always say that. And I don't think they really get it. I think people use that term loosely with other programs. And I'm not referring to other colleges, what I'm referring to, not here. They use that family term too loosely, but here it is. It really is.
The future of industry is right at your fingertips, here within Pearl River Community College's career and technical education programs.
You will become specialized in the skilled trades, applied sciences, modern technologies, and career preparation that will propel you to a position of power within your chosen field. Pearl River's CTE programs are fine-tuned to provide students with hands-on training and the skills necessary to succeed in the labor market. Technical education contributes a major share to the overall education system and plays a vital role in the social and economic development of our community and entire country. PRCC students will get opportunities for career success at our 4 convenient locations and will be trained to not only seamlessly enter the workforce, they'll succeed. Visit prcc.edu to register. mean, you are preaching to the choir on that one, because I see it on a day-to-day instance, and it really is, like as you said, it comes from the top, because Dr. Brewood wants that to happen for everybody, because he's grown up through this entire system as well.
Yes.
So he wants all of us to do it and all of our children to benefit from it. Will you talk a little bit about your scouting process? What goes into finding the perfect new members of our Wildcat family?
Oh, perfect new members. Nobody's perfect.
Right.
And that's another thing with us, is that no matter what we're not doing, it's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So we're always looking for better players, better people. We're always looking to push ourselves to another level.
Mm-hmm.
So it's never, we actually don't use the term perfect ever for us. If we win 4-0, we should have won 5-0.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're always striving to be better. But we get out, we spend a lot of time scouting in South Mississippi, specifically the coast. The coast and Jackson are your two hotbeds for soccer.
Mm-hmm.
We do a great job of getting players from the coast, and we're starting to get in the Jackson area a little bit. But there's a lot of talent. I do like finding talent in not traditionally good soccer schools like Hancock.
Okay.
Some of my favorite players I've had have come from Hancock High School.
Mm-hmm.
And I love those players. Dustin Cuevas, who's here now, Cooper Grafe, who was here before. I mean, they come in, they work so hard, and they want to perform at their best, and they'll do anything for the team.
Right.
Those type players are the ones we're looking for. Now, those players are also playing club soccer on the side.
Okay.
And getting better coaching than they get just playing in a rec league. So we're getting better players also, as far as the soccer side of things goes.
Is club soccer like how travel ball is with
It's
baseball, the
travel,
type thing?
yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. So club soccer, we used to call it select when
Okay.
I was younger, and now it's the travel scene. It is, it gets competitive. There's several good clubs out there for players and to take advantage of, so they can all kind of find their own fit.
Right.
And whether in Hattiesburg, we get some players out of Hattiesburg also. I think there's some good talent coming out of the Hattiesburg area also. But just with the coast, more population,
Right.
have more talent.
Now, we do have a lot of international players in your program. How does that even start? Where do you find them?
So we have 4. We have contacts around the world that we use. Obviously, Diego's from Peru, one of my assistants. Mike is from Ghana, the other assistant.
Right.
And then we have Bobby, who's the 4th assistant. Well, I'd say 4th, not in ranking, but there's 4 of us. 4 of us total is how I say it.
Right.
So he and I really kind of hit up the Mississippi stuff. Bobby and I do, because he's an American also. But the others, they have contacts. But I do also for bringing boys over. We've done a great job of bringing English boys in so far.
Yeah.
And that's through a few contacts that I have. We have a Jamaican boy right now, Andre, who I think the world of. He's got a 4.0. He goes to school. He does everything that's asked of him. Like, he is set, and he's very driven. And he'll have a chance to go somewhere big. But it is different recruiting them, because you're going off video.
Okay, yeah.
And then you're going off contacts. And then you got to know the level they're playing at. Because in the United States, it's the only place where you play high school sports.
Right.
Nobody in the world plays high school sports.
Right.
Like, you don't.
It's all like club for them? Yeah.
Yes. They all play and they're usually attached to professional clubs. So if you don't know the levels,
Right.
you don't know what you're looking at all the time.
Right.
So you have to know what level you're watching on the film. You have to know what, who's your recommendation? Do you trust your recommendation on this kid?
Right.
And then we're just watching film. So really, you're taking a gamble there.
Right.
We've been very lucky with ours that we've brought in. I think we've done and I say we because whether it's myself, Diego, or my old assistants, Tom, who was here before, my English assistant, he's coaching a D2 school now, Limestone. He did a great job of helping getting the English boys in.
Right, yeah.
That's where the whole English thing started, was with Tom. And then we have a Brazilian kid coming in this summer, JP, my old assistant, who's out at Southern Miss on the women's side. He got us a Brazilian kid.
Wow.
So it's kind of use the contacts and the resources you have, but also what we do is we diversify. So, I mean, I've named England, Brazil, Peru, Ghana, and what I don't want to do is hire anybody else from Mississippi.
Right.
I don't need another one of me.
Right, that's true.
So I try and bring in as many different minds, and I'm all about diversity.
Yeah.
Because there's different ideas that come with it.
Sure.
So
And
help us grow.
You're helping the kids that are local from here. They may have not ever met someone from that place, and those kids are just getting a life-changing experience by getting to come over here.
Well, we go over and we'll read to the kindergarten classes and the pop a little lower. We do a job. We go over there and we greet them at school and stuff, and they have no clue. Like, they meet a kid who's from England and they think he's off of Peppa Pig, because the only English accent they've ever heard is Peppa Pig.
Right.
And so it's like
Mind blowing.
Yeah. Like they just don't, I mean, we had an Australian kid one time. They didn't understand his.
They thought it was so cool.
They actually said they talk funny. So
that's amazing.
You're talking 5, 6, 7 years old. It's a big difference for them.
Now, let's talk a little bit about, Patrick wanted me to ask this, about the new field house and the locker room. We were very lucky a few months ago. We got to go in and make a TikTok with the guys, and that was the first time I'd been in there, and I was like, this is awesome. It is so nice.
So with our program, everything's about players. All right. So when we talk about growth, when we talk about making sure that they're becoming better people, it is actually, we want to focus everything about the players. The 3 pillars to success. One of them is player, but it's player, team, competition. All those actually still revolve around the single individual because we want them all to grow. So when we built the field house, everything I did was what's good for the player. Like what we could have more storage. That's not good for the player.
Right.
That's good for me.
Right.
Like it's not about me. We originally looked at having an office for the head coach and assistant coaches, but that took up more space. That's not good for the players. So everything we've done in there is about the players. We have the hot tub in the back that's for the boys. We call it is a hot tub, but they use it for ice baths.
Right.
We have the projector in the room in the locker rooms, all that stuff. So they come in and play Xbox. And we watch film on it.
Right.
Use it for educational purposes, but they also play games on it.
Sure.
They're always in there playing music over the sound system. All the lockers, we custom designed everything for the guys. They all have their own individual nameplates, and it's not like the normal little metal nameplates.
No, it's like, really nice.
They're really expensive, and I have to replace them every year. But it's their going away gift.
Sure.
We finished out our team meeting today in the season, and the boys got their plates, so they have something to take with them. So it is all based on the players.
Right.
And we're really lucky to have it. I was happy when I got here, and Dr. Lewis told us originally that we were getting it, and I just couldn't. The idea started rolling through my head.
Yeah.
I'm so happy that they were able to get that. And it's not for me though; it's for the players.
Right. Absolutely.
Like everything is just all about the boys, and I just love that the school's available to give them these things, provide these opportunities for them. Because I told them today, like, we do a lot with them as far as nutrition goes and recovery goes, and I'm like, we're not giving you this. Like we have like steak nights that we do with them. Like we're all these extra. We're going extra. Like they love Cotton Blues cheesecakes.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? So we go and buy them several Cotton Blues cheesecakes every meal, and I'm like, this isn't giving you something. You deserve this.
Yes, absolutely. They've earned it.
Everything you've done, everything that you have here, you deserve.
Absolutely.
And I think as a college athlete that goes through everything they do, they take care of their grades. They don't get in trouble. We win. Like everything, I'm not giving you things, you are earning things.
Right.
But I also think that way with punishments too.
Sure.
Everything you get, you earn.
Right. Now, as like a final thought, what would you say to any, say, a 10th or 11th grader who might be watching this and wants to one day play for your program?
The biggest thing is that they need to be playing. And I say that because some kids think, I'm just going to play high school. Or, I'm just going to play club.
Okay.
And I don't see why we can't play close to year round. I understand we all need breaks and a little time off in the summer, but there's a lot that we can be playing in video. Get video.
Right.
If you're out playing and you're in tournaments, we'll see you. But if you're not, you need to have video, and don't be scared to reach out to colleges, and don't be scared to reach out to them repeatedly, because I'm sure we all get 1,000 emails a day.
Absolutely,
and I actually do try and respond to all emails, even if it's, I get emails all day long from foreign countries, and I respond to them and tell them, like, if we have room to take players or not. But if I don't respond, send me another email.
Sure, be persistent. Persistence is key, because that's how you will actually knock down doors that can open up to a bigger and better and brighter future. All right, well, thank you so much, Coach. I really appreciate you coming on today. And you were so inspirational. You have like a lot of great thoughts to put out there.
It's fun for me.
Yeah.
It's not like people are like, I don't go to work. I go, I love my job, and I'm like, no, like, like it's fun. Like I wake up every day, like, hey, let's go do something else. Like, and that's one of the things I keep saying. The assistants probably get so tired of me. I'm like, what's the next idea? Like, what's the next thing we can do? And they're like, like you talk about the field house.
Yeah.
They're like, it's so good. And I'm like, nah.
We can make it better.
I got a couple more plans. Just wait.
Well, I can't wait to see what you have in store for the future. I know it's going to be nothing but continued success for your program. I'm really, really hopeful, and we'll definitely be cheering you on throughout that whole journey. So that's it for this episode of the Wildcat Way Show. Please be sure to share and comment on the episode, leave a 5-star review, and remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel and podcast that's available on iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, and Stitcher. And of course, keep living your life the Wildcat Way.